I'm doing a vegetarian here, which is going to be like a shallot, you know, that's a French name, you know. So it's basically what I've done is I slice the courgette very thin with a mandoline, because you need some, you know, you need to really slice it that thin. And I boil them in boiling water, just plunge them in the boiling water and take them out straight away, put them straight in the cold water. What I'm trying to do, I don't really want to cook them, but what I'm trying to do is give them flexibility, so I can actually feel it. So I put a bit of olive oil underneath the ramekins, just a tiny bit of olive oil, and I just put them that way. The most important, if you do one of those, is make sure you don't go layers like that. You got to overlap, because so there is no gap between when you're going to turning over. Okay, I've done some kind of the old French ratatouille, okay, which is very finely diced, and it's like so one courgette, one red pepper, one yellow pepper, and a green pepper with a bit of shallot, a bit of red onions, and a bit of aubergine. One chopped tomato, tin of chopped tomato, and then that's it. Salt and pepper, basil. I mean, you know, nothing special. Okay. So what I've done here is it's basically I'm using this kind of giant couscous. Okay, and it's cooked the same way that you cook a risotto. So basically, I put some white onions there, and just give them a bit of soft. They need to be soft. The idea is to make to cook them through with them, and put a bit of tomato puree in it. Bring that together, and I'm also going to put a little red chili in it, and I'm going to put that inside. Okay, press it, close it, and that's it. And afterwards, you can cook them in the microwave if you want to, or put in the oven. Also, this veg here is great to serve. I serve it as a vegetarian dish, but that's lovely to go with lamb. You know, you can go with anything, with a chicken as a garnish. You know, so if you do a special kind of party at home, you know, you want something a bit different.
Is that just onion in there?
So just onions and a tiny bit of extra olive oil. Okay. The thing is also, so I'm going to put that in there. Put some water in there. Okay. I'm going to put some tomato puree. I've got already tomato puree in, you know, tomato in the flavor there. And what I've done because I want that to be dry, I didn't squeeze, I let it go like that, and you get all these bits. So I don't want to waste that. That's full of flavor. So off we go. Okay.
Why does that need to be dry?
Well, because I'm going to mix it together.
Okay.
So the most important is, because that's going to be dry, if that's too runny, inside this is going to go, you know what I mean? So the whole point of this preparation, it's working together, but really you want that to be dry. That's going to be dry anyway. So if that's too wet, it's going to, you know, you want to put as much as possible of the ratatouille, the flavor to it, and less as possible liquid. Okay. So that's going to take around a good 10 minutes to cook, you know, to cook at least. So just again, no rush. Okay, so now we've got all this cooked. So this is what it looks like. So like I said, it's a bit like a risotto.
Yeah.
So the idea is to put that in there and mix some of those. So I put in this a bit of basil as well. It's a very French kind of flavor. I'm going to put something else as well. I'm going to use a bit. I like a bit of a kick, so I'm going to use a bit of chili.
Is that really hot?
Well, actually, not this one. Smaller the chili are, hotter they are. So this one is quite mild actually. It's very, very mild. We can also use, in France we use it quite a lot, is harissa paste, which is a tomato. It's basically coming, in France we buy it like that, with tomato paste, with chili in it. We use a lot of couscous, the French, you know.
Can you get that in England?
You can get it in England, yes. So, but you know, you can make your own, you know. So, again, you can make as much as you want. See what I like to do. You can also put some pine kernel in it and you know, and things like that, but you can see there's a lot of flavor. What you do, you push that in the middle. You can wait until it's cooled down if you want to, you know, but I do it that, but try to really fill it up. So imagine that with a nice piece of chicken or a lamb to go with it is lovely. You can also put some sultana in it, you know, chickpeas. You know, it's a kind of.
Oh, that's good. You see, you thought those. That's why it's important that they overlap as well.
That's correct. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean that, but until you see it. Okay? So imagine that if you do that on the afternoon. I mean, I use courgette. I've done it in the past also with aubergine instead of courgettes, which is no problem. But I prefer to do the courgette because if you do aubergine, I've got to pan fry them in oil because it doesn't give you any flavor. So off you go. You press in there. Okay. So I'm going to put them in the oven. Actually, try one in the oven. I'm going to try one in the oven, and I'm going to try one in the microwave. So again, what I'm doing, it's like, imagine if you do it at home. This is not the day you're doing it. It's the day, like a few weeks before you want to do it. You're basically practicing it. So if I'm going to put it in the oven, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of oil on the top, olive oil, so it doesn't going to dry the top off. Okay. I'm going to put that in the oven and see how long it takes. And this one, I'm going to try in the microwave to see. You can do either way. Let's try to see in the microwave if you work.
How long is that taking?
Well, I think it's about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
The difference we're going to get with this, if you're going to put in the microwave, it's going to cook everything like but I would say it would be nicer in there for the reason you're going to get a bit of caramelization from the courgettes, when you cook it through. The only problem you got though, it's when you're going to take them out. If you go over, it's going to come out and it's not going to come out properly. So that one, it's going to come out, no problem. But it will taste better there than this one. So it's like give and take really. But imagine if you got a party, you're thinking, you know what, that's not a bad call. I just can put them in the microwave and that's it. So again, it's up to you really. But by doing like I'm doing today, I'm just realizing what I'm going to do. I've done them. Well, okay, on a day. Am I going to put it in the microwave or I'm going to put it in the oven? Let's put 1 inch and see what I feel. If I feel that need some TLC, perhaps thinking after 2 bottles of red wine, the microwave is the one. Isn't it? So again, it's all about feeling what you think is you feel more comfortable. Let's have a look at it. Longer. So it is all about, even for me, things don't work properly. Sometimes things happen, which I wasn't worried about it. Okay, so you see, it's like I've just put one. If you go in the microwave and you got 5 or 6 to make, what do?
Yeah.
You can't. If you put them all together, they take longer.
Yeah.
So again, it's thinking, you've got to think, well, okay, that's one is fine. It's no problem. Is it cooked enough? We'll have a look. It's definitely, I think it's cooked. That's actually a little bit longer. Need to check as well if it's cooked. So it is a lot of different little things during the day, during the night. You've got to really look and thinking, well, actually, I'm going to put one is okay, but I put a lot of them. So that's hot enough. But you can see though, it's okay. Let's have a look if it come up. There it does. So that's a nice, I mean, obviously I've got, just going to show you that, but then afterwards you got to work with it. You got to put some kind of dressing on it, but that worked well. I will serve that with a pesto tomato sauce. I haven't got, but I find something I can perhaps use on. So, but you see, I've just done there. We're talking. What have I done? You're talking about. I just do with a balsamic vinegar, reducing a tiny bit so it doesn't. It's gonna get better consistency. A bit of olive oil, and all of a sudden you got different color there.
Things like that make such a difference, don't they? Just the gut, that.
That's it. What else do you want on this? You can complicate it your life. Perhaps I could put a bit of butter to start on this, but the bottom line, I've not used butter because everything is actually a vegan dish there.
Yeah.
So I think it is vegan. Yes, it is. So by putting, you could put a bit of butter, but I think you could work. Hello.
Sorry
Hello, you come in. So, but that's again, it's a nice dish to go. Like I said, if you prepare them, you can serve that with a nice piece of fish on it.
That one looks better.
Absolutely, I think so, isn't it? Look at the color. I mean, you can try it if you want. It's, it's a bit. You see, it's a bit the difference of a color.
Oven,
yeah.
microwave.
So it's quite interesting to see, isn't it? It's just the microwave, just taking the water a bit. Yeah. The microwave, you take it's quite interesting. It's taking a bit more. The waters come off in a different ways. The courgettes react to different cooking.
Yeah.
But
that stands up better, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? So I mean, we just done the two, isn't it? When you said about microwave, it's. But you see, if I do a party, this is what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to serve that. Serve that with a nice piece of bread, and I'm fine. You could serve a little rocket salad on the side. You know, just what you think about. You can do a lot of things. You can put a bit of walnuts and pine kernel on it. You can do a pesto dressing around it.
That looks great, isn't it?
I just think it's lovely like that, isn't it? So, shall we try it? See if it goes? Yes. So, sometimes it's difficult to. There you go. It's a bit
hot.
Yeah. See, you know what I've done? You can take the salt and pepper a bit. Salt and pepper.
Really nice.
It's nice, isn't it? I mean,
courgettes to me,
yeah, it could be a bit cooked a bit more. You can see it's a bit down there, but we just done it that way.
It's nice. This is a
but
little bit
I think it's not bitter. If it's undercooked, you know, it's quite bitter. The courgette, you know. So, but again, look, you've done it now.
We put this is spice stuff in there.
You see the chili, you can feel it, isn't it? It's just a tiny bit, but it's there, isn't it? I mean, right, if you think about it, if I do it, that's my first go. Next time, okay, Olivier, make sure you check your seasoning before you eat it.
I've not done this before.
You know, so it's a dish I just started, you know, so that's my first go. Next time I will know. Okay, make sure your salt, you get a bit more salt and pepper in it. But, you know, it's got a good start.
That's a nice dish, isn't it?
It's alright, I think it's nice, yes, indeed, you know, it is what it is, you know, it is what it is, you know, but I think it's quite nice.
I just put
the spice, isn't it? You just lift
what's going on there?
Yeah, exactly, that's sort of bit, you know, it's just like you get something, then you go, oh, a bit more, you can put some nuts, you know, you can just really play, you go, oh, texture, and all of a sudden you get a bit of chili, you go, oh, that's the chili you got me.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So,
get that on the specials.
Exactly.